YOU2. Here are the materials that I'll be using for this cut. All walls. I got my guards, comb, and razor. So I'll start this cut off by brushing my hair all the way around, making sure all my hair is laid down, going in the pattern in which I like it. Then I take my 1.5 guard. I open the lever about 75% of the way and go ahead and go with that grain nice and slow. Keeping them hairs nice and even, nice and laid. And before I get done, I want all my hair nice and even. It's my own head, so I can take my time a little bit more, but there's nothing to it. Just go ahead and lay that hair down in the direction in which your hair grows. All right, so now what I'm taking is my 16th guard. I skipped a step, my bad. I didn't show you guys where I set in my ball guideline, but it's cool. So I take inch by inch, line by line. Keep my clippers closed. Take that 16th, go up little by little by little, making sure that I go all the way to the open lever by the time I move on to the next guideline. So here I'm doing the same thing except with my 1 guard. Start off where I finish with my 16 guard, go up by up, and you see me fading, brushing, fading, brushing. All right, so now that I'm done with that, I go back with my 16th guard and I make sure I clean up the area in between the ball line, 16th line, and the 16th line and the 1 guard. I just got to go back through, clean that up. This is what you call a temple fade. I don't go no higher than the top of the ear. Keep it nice and low. I like my hair like this. Then what you want to do, look directly into the mirror. Make sure you got your start of your seat even on both sides. Where you're going to start that seat, they need to be even. You need to tilt your head a little bit and jump right in, making the best seats possible. That's all it takes. Then you're going to go ahead and take the edges down. That's what I like to. I like to lay down the edges with my 1 guard closed. Then I like to jump right into it, coming up on that straight vertical bar. So all I do is make sure I get an even line going straight up. I need to make sure where I set my line is even on both sides. That's the key here. You don't want an uneven edge up. So find a marker or a place that you can know on both sides that you're making that line. Go ahead and get at it. You know, take it line by line. Don't push it too far back. Take your time. You're in no rush. So here, I'm doing the comb technique. I take my comb, pull my hair up just to see what my natural hairline is, so I don't have to go too far back on my edge up without even knowing it. Then I jump right in, making my first initial mark. I take that mark so I can just go out from center to the left and from center to the right. Right above my nose, I make a line, making sure that I get it right in the dead center and don't go too high. That's what I'm doing right here. Taking my time, making sure that line is nice and even and straight. Because I'm going to have to go from that line to the sides. And if that line starts crooked, the whole hairline is going to be crooked. So then you see me here, like I said, going from that center line all the way out to that corner. Nice and slow, keeping it nice and straight. What I'm looking at in that mirror is to make sure my clippers stay on that line. That's what I'm doing. As I'm going out to that corner, I need to make sure that line is nice and straight. Don't want to come out uneven. Don't go too far over. You will push that vertical bar back further than you want it. Make sure you stop where you're supposed to stop. So what I like to do, just to make sure no hair's hanging over, is go back to the center. That's all I'm doing right here. Make sure it's nice and easy. Now this is the favorite part of everybody today, the back. All I do for the back, get a mirror, look in it, make sure I know where I'm at, and go ahead and start attacking that back. But the key here with the back is, before you even start cutting your hair, go ahead and just sit on the counter like I am. I always do that. I always sit on the counter, make sure I have stability, and just move your hand back and forth in the mirror to get, your motion sensors basically down, understanding which way is which, how to move the clippers. This may take a while. You may want to practice this every once in a while before you start cutting your hair. That's the most key part in doing the back. You gotta know how your body functions when you move into the left in that mirror, and how it functions when you move into the right. But here all I did was start from the level close, work my way up, push that line up little by little by little. That's all I'm doing right here. I don't even have a guard on it, so I'm going from closed guard to open guard, little by little by little. All right, so here, go ahead and, checking it out in the mirror, looking at it from the front, making sure everything, I gotta turn your neck to make sure all of that stuff is, nice and even and things like that. But here I'm just cleaning up my neck. When you see me go back, you'll see me go up a little bit more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab that 16th guard and put it on and do the same thing. So here I grab my 16th guard, fully closed, straight pushing up that line, little by little by little. Every time you see me look down, I went ahead and pushed that line up. Now, what I didn't show you, I apologize, is every once in a while I'll stop and I'll go ahead and brush that hair down. I do it more than this video is showing, but right now I just showed you in this part. But you'll see me every once in a while stop and get the brush and brush it down. But I brush it down a lot more than this, and that's really what takes time. You having to put the clippers down, start brushing and going back at it. That's why it's very, very essential that you have wireless clippers. You don't have to, but your arm gonna get tired with them cords, man. But trust me. See here, I'm brushing my hair down in the back. Okay, so once I'm done with that 16 guard, I got my 1 guard. Same thing, fully closed, all the way open. Just be careful how high you're going. All you want to do is push up the line a little bit. Don't need to be much, just push it up a little bit. This is a self-cut. It's not gonna be the greatest, but once you get, experience with doing it, it will become better and better and better. You see how my hair is sticking up? I should be brushing that down right now, to be honest with you. But I'm doing it, I've been doing this for a while, so I pretty much know what I'm doing. I know I'm gonna grab that brush. Yeah, I know I'm gonna grab that brush eventually. So brushing that hair down, like I said, from fully closed with the 1, all the way fully open. Still attacking that line with that 1 guard. Making sure it's nice and even. Brushing. See how I'm brushing? You gotta keep it brushed, man. If not, your hair will come out uneven. You see the fades coming together nice and cool. It's not rough and anything like that. That's thank you brush for that. Thank you comb for that. The reason I use a brush, a lot easier to brush the hair. You'll see if you try to, cut the back of your hair with a comb, man. Might be there all day. You see, I only have 1 line left. I didn't go all the way to the other side just because of time's sake. Might take a little while to upload this video if I keep doing it like that. So you see me brushing it down, making sure it's nice and even. I need all that hair out the way. You see that hard line right there? It's a hard line, man. So I'm gonna work on that in the next clip. You'll see when I put it back on. See, I got my 1/16 like I did the taper. The temple fade. At the end, I came back and cleaned it up with that 16th guard. That's what I'm doing right now, cleaning it up. Make sure I don't have no heavy lines. And you may have heavy lines at first, when first time doing it, but that's okay. You'll get better at it. But this is just my way of doing things. Came back with that 16th, cleaning it up, taking my time. Key to have good lighting. Make sure you're sitting on something. If not, man, I'll be having a rough time trying to, get that thing even. A lot of these parts I could have cut out, but I didn't. Just want to show you, there are some difficult times that even me. Been doing it for so long, still have time, difficult time. I gotta turn my head, make sure that line is out. Turn it again, make sure that line is out. Now you can see where the line is almost pretty much gone now. I'm just kind of working it, making sure that line disappears. Using that 16 guard just to clean it up. Alright, so now that I've seen it to the point that I want it to be, go ahead, grab them trimmers, man. Jump right in on it. So I'm just edging that. Making sure that I'm not pushing it too far back. Stay right there on that edge. And just edge it up, man. Ain't nothing special. Put that trim on that line and pull back. Pull down, really. That's all you gotta do. That's how you edge right there. See, I'm focused. I'm focused in on it, man. Focus. Make sure I don't push that line up. Focus. Make sure I stay, within that realm of where I'm supposed to be trimming at. It's not hard, man. You can already see that line. Applying pressure to myself, you know what I'm saying? Applying that pressure to myself. But yeah, man, just that simple. Honestly, it's just that simple. So here, you see, really don't see any lines. No hard lines, at least. I didn't do the other side, but on this side, looking nice and decent, man. That's the fade. I'm out.